Bro.
Dolly, stay with me. Stay with me, Dolly. Dolly, stay with me. No.
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing, grandma. You mad?
Oh man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer! Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you. We are live, guys. I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Raven your GS.
So, Mr. Blitztech.
And welcome back to the Season 1, Episode 13 review of Doom Patrol. Now, before we get into anything, make sure you're doing the right thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. Press the notification bell so you can get notified every time we drop a video. Now, yeah, like before we dive into this review, in fact, maybe this is part of the review. But like, I just don't know how to feel about the show, yeah, when there's things going on. Firstly, 98.7% of this episode is dead. Dead. But the 0.3%, yeah, is very good. But then the worst part for me, yeah, is that, you know, when you've got a drawn out season already, and I've never seen this before.
Never.
In my history of watching TV series, I've never seen a show then at the end of the 13th season, the penultimate episode, tell you you've been wasting your time watching the other 13 episodes. Because this, bruv, I'm like, raw. These men have got juice to believe in their own, like, and I don't know if they're mocking us or like if there's just bad vibes going on, and I'm just like, yeah, it's a bit mad for me. It's a bit mad.
There's two things, yeah. Either they're like, the show we're gonna produce here is gonna be so sick, it's gonna go over people's heads, and because we're aware that's gonna go over people's heads, we're gonna take the piss out of them. Either it's that, or you're just legitly taking the piss, bruv. Because at this point, I do not care about this show.
What part of Doom Patrol can be going over man's head?
Listen,
Am I watching something different?
that's what I'm trying to say, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Either they've created something here that they're aware that the masses cannot process.
We can't be getting down on that.
Do you know what I'm saying? bruv, because how are we here 13 episodes in, bruv? How? And at the end, they tell you, yo, you might be wasted. But are they, bruv, this is a big troll. This is a big troll. I feel like I've been trolled for 13 episodes.
Yeah,
bruv.
brother.
Like, what's going on?
Nah, but I can't give you the juice that you're giving them. You're giving them bad juice.
It's our fault.
It can't be that.
Or they're just a big troll, bruv.
Listen.
Like, even one of them.
Cyborg beat up his dad, bro. Like, they're not trolling us, fam. Mum spent the whole episode with Cyborg and dad in bed and him having a moral dilemma after even knowing he got manipulated.
Bruv.
Like, there's something else happening.
The fact that he ripped Cyborg's face off the poster. I'd be like, oh, we've been giving you this man, this 13. Oh, hold on, he's not part of this thing anymore.
Yeah, bruv, it's dead. It's dead, bruv. Nah, fam. There's no way, fam. Man, just watch the episode, like, fam.
Bruv. I'm done this show, bruv.
Sam said it during the watch-along, bruv.
What?
They just sidelined Cyborg and they just brought this new brother in one episode. Like,
Yeah.
now we gotta watch. I don't even know who this is, bruv.
Muscle Man.
Discount Arnie, fam. And some leopard print Speedos, fam.
Bruv.
Yeah, it's mad.
Bro, I'm done with
Yeah,
the show,
but
bro. I'm
nah,
done
fam.
with it, bro.
Bruv. How can you be trying to tell them that this is over man's head to the level that this?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's not deep. And even then, I don't think it's been 13 episodes of complete and not a waste because
Whoa.
it hasn't.
For me, Sam, this latter part of the season makes all the stuff that was good earlier. For me, it's just, bruv, it's
It's
That's
gone
what
down
I'm
the
saying.
drain.
Like, yeah, right, but they've done this before, and I'll keep going back to Titans, where Titans will put little episodes here and there, and then
I disagree.
I've been feeling about that from Titans from day, and then same thing with season 2, where it's like the little gems in the season where I enjoy this episode, and it all wraps up towards the end. And I feel the same about Doom Patrol, where like towards the beginning, like we never seen these characters before. They like introduced this whole setup about Niles being kidnapped, and again like they've been setting these stuffs up, and then it feels like with Doom Patrol that season 1, the first half was good. Like they introduced what their world was about. It's wacky, it's comedy, blah 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 blah. Then towards I don't know where it happened, like 8, 9, they went off a cliff, and now this cliff is just like a freaky, very bumpy road where it's comedy, it's wacky, they know who they are, they're still doing character development, but they've gone so far off this cliff, the car's damaged, bruv.
The only thing I want to bring it back to is the comparison with Titans. Listen, like, when a show like Titans is like, it does some good things, but has some bad things, and it's got some bad episodes, I can deal with that. Because I feel like them man are trying the whole way through. But this, nah fam. But this, I felt like, we're doing our show, like you're saying, the first 8 episodes, man was there. But then I feel like the second 8 episodes, they're like, we're just going to do some nonsense. And that is, bruv, and they make that clear to man. In that, bruv, he's wearing bruv. It goes into Dr. Zero, Mr. Zero, what's his name?
Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody's realm, yeah? Into his little loading screen. He's got on a Doom Patrol sweater. He's got a Doom Patrol blanket on. And a Doom Patrol New Era, fam. Saying, you man have already bought all of the merchandise. You man are deep in this thing. He was, you see the way he was wrapped up, bro? He's like, we're deep in this thing. And I'm telling you, you're wasting your time.
Straight up
I don't
trolling.
believe. For me, I don't believe him.
Like, what you mean?
Bro, like I just said, bro. Like I enjoyed episodes here and there, and for him to say all these episodes have been malarkey until now is BS, because without those episodes, we ain't going into episode 14.
The thing is, I'm not where Raven's at, where I want to do things. I want to finish it just because I feel like at this point, man has to.
Hey, I'm being between you two, basically, because I'm like, I want it to be done, but I'm still
this thing, bro.
Here and there. Like, I enjoyed number 13. Like I don't think it was a complete, like, I enjoyed Jane's breakdown of, like Raven was saying, like, her reaction to her baby, how's that stressing her out? I was like, well, I don't know. And obviously she goes back into her history about, she's been calling these girls back up. One had a baby. She was like, here's $100, be on your way. And then she just
why are we still in
herself.
character development 13 episodes in, bro?
Bro,
that's not good. That's no good. This episode has no direction. You see how you mentioned Titans? Titans with good and bad episodes, they have a direction. They're going from point A to point B.
We're still
point
character development, though.
We're starting here. We're going through all of this stuff. Here's the issues. Here's the challenges. Boom, we finished it. We conquered the thing. Over here, what are they doing? They're still giving man backstory. 13 episodes in.
Bro, that's never going to stop.
Piss off, bruv. You're trolling, man.
To say that's a crutch for Doom Patrol, that doesn't even make any sense.
Like, what? Like, all of a sudden, Jane can control powers just like that. Just like that.
Yeah,
there is no
wishy-washy.
There is no point of her trying, like, failing to stay consistent. Do you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure how to maneuver around the powers. Like, the only episode you tapped into that, you went left with it. You went left with it, bruv. So, it don't make no sense, bruv. This show makes no sense. And maybe, like I said, maybe just, it's the show is so low that goes over man's head. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, things are not computing here, bruv.
I'm with the whole Jane thing. Jane complained about, for 10 minutes, I can't just control my powers. Then she controls her powers for the rest of the episode. I'm with that.
Swiftly, brother. Swiftly.
But the character development part of it, I feel like was my 0.3%. Because it's like, if man didn't get this backstory from, what's her name, the Blob, fam, like, you know what I'm saying? That was the story. That was the saving grace.
Into, like, now, bro.
I feel like character development's a thing that always happens.
Nah, bro.
It always happens. For me, it was weird though, because it's like, I guess today she's finding resolution with her whole self. But what I don't get is that when they first explained her and showed her origin, she was just a bitch. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it was the movie thing. Like, they explained it as, the movie thing's the reason. But then I feel like someone was like, well, we can just add this story in because we've got a couple, you know what I'm saying? We've got another episode, we've got to fill some minutes. So I felt like the character development part was good because of like the acting and where it went. But I also felt like it's a bit misplaced because...
Brother,
Brother.
all the characters are like
it's
that.
a bit misplaced because it's like, this is so, like, I don't get the relevance of this right now.
Yeah.
But then obviously they could be setting her up for a major sacrifice in the next 2 episodes or something like that. So then it's like, we'll see.
And then jumping off that, bruv, everyone's character development's like that. Apart from the race driver, he's kind of got a resolution out with his daughter, so obviously he's not really doing much. Jane, I feel like they can still develop her, but who knows? And this guy with negative, man, bruv, he's, again, first he's jumping out of his body without his thing. Now they're explaining that they can separate, but if they do, the host will die, so energy will maybe evaporate.
That don't explain the thing, though.
Oh, yeah, so he doesn't explain it, but it's like they're still juggling people's histories. And since it's 60 years, 5 seasons, 10 seasons, like how far can they go back maybe separate years before these stories stop?
See, no, I'm with you on that, but when we're talking about the spirit leaving man's body, like, we've been in current day, and every time the spirit leaves man's body, he's out cold. So then I'm just, the flip of that in one episode to me is mad. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, one episode, hey, look, man's out, and you're walking around, fam. And they give us
ambitions together.
They give us one line where it's like, we've got you back. Now it's like, bro, and that don't make sense to me, innit? But if it makes sense to you, ladies and gentlemen, jump in the comment section below and let us know how you feel about Doom Patrol Season 1, Episode 13. Is it worth continuing? Is it not? Is Season 2 out?
Yeah.
Have you watched Season 2? Do you think the Cybernerds should continue? Let me know. If you haven't already and you want to be part of the watch-along, if you want to see Raven raging through these episodes, Sam fully engaged and me just somewhere on the line, head over to patreon.com/the Cybernerds. Other than that, we'll see you on the next Doom Patrol review.